All right, welcome to Tuesday. It's been a kind of a busy day. It has been, I had clients early this morning, then most of the day I've been on email. I'm looking at a couple of trips that I'm going to be hosting over the next 2 or 3 years. Next year I'm looking at, what's it called? Utah, New Mexico for landscapes. I've got a meeting on Saturday which is going to bring that one closer to fruition. I'll let you guys know, or drop me a mail if you're keen. And then in 2024 I'm doing a combination of northern Iceland into Greenland, into northeast Greenland, and then over to Svalbard, Spitsbergen. And then I'm looking at a bolt-on on either side, so something in Iceland, then this tour, and then Spitsbergen. And it's pretty neat because it's northern lights and all the landscapes, and I'm really pumped for this. So it should make for a pretty decent trip. Lots of planning involved, obviously. If you have been to Svalbard with me in the last 9 years, I'm going to get an email to you because this is a very nice thing to kind of back up to that. Or if you're keen to find out more and you haven't, just let me know. Then, I released a video yesterday, and in it I dig deep. I do this every week after the newsletter. Newsletter goes out on Friday, and then on Monday I do a video in which I talk about it because you guys might read the newsletter and then things sit in your head. For me, it's the same. I write this thing, and then as my weekend goes, I'm like, oh, I should have said this, I could have done that, maybe this is relevant. So in the video, I talk a little bit about what I wrote in a bit more of an in-depth manner. And then I have started with next week's newsletter, or this week's newsletter. The first thing I'm going to write about is counterpunching for mental health and just for life in general. So if you're going into a situation where you know you're going to have to deal with stress, anxiety, drama, challenges, whatever it is, think of it as a boxing match. You can either go in and just start swinging, right? The problem there is you're not looking at defense and you might get hurt. Alternatively, if you go into a situation and you know you're probably going to get hit, why not prepare yourself for all the eventualities? Make sure you block the hit, take the hit. It might hurt a little, but it hurts less when you know it's coming. You can brace yourself, you can turn a shoulder, whatever the case is, and then you counterpunch. In boxing, any MMA, any combat sports, whenever someone throws a punch, there's a short time when you're open because you have to recover. That's when you counterpunch. So in situations where you know you're walking into a shitstorm, is it not worth taking the hit, preparing yourself for all the situations, put your back against the wall, take the hit, and then counterpunch? It makes you feel in control. Often when you go into a situation, you cannot get away from it. Like if you're on a little sailboat and you're sailing in the ocean and there's a storm coming and you're going to go through it, you can do what you want. You're not going to fucking get away from it. You have to go through it. But then there's the storm. Let me prepare for it. I know I'm going to be thrown around, but I'm prepared. I know I'm going to take a hit, but I'm prepared to react. That's one of the things. The other thing is, in my newsletter this week coming up, is I'm talking about morning anxiety. You wake up in the morning and you're stressed. Even before your alarm goes off, you're already nervous and anxious. There's reasons for that. It could be free-floating anxiety, but there's reasons for it. And there's also things you can do. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. I'm writing an exam this Friday. Fuck, it's like being back at school, so that's going to be interesting. It's one of my final advanced kind of life coaching exams that I've been writing. I've already started a few new courses. I like the idea of putting new stuff in my head. It works for me. Very busy up here. There's a lot of static energy. And to manage that, I give it something to be static on. Does that make sense? It's static energy for me in the head is that thing that you can't focus on anything. It's like, it's fucking busy, right? And there's many things. I mean, there's exercise. I can give you coping mechanisms. There's some exercises that I use that I share with my clients in order to manage the static electricity better in your head, the static energy in your head better, and make it productive. And to me, putting new content in is great. Also, I feel it makes me better at what I do from a coaching and even from a hosting point of view. So that's great. What else? Didn't train this morning, trained yesterday, deadlift, first time in a long time. Body is feeling it. What else? Not a hell of a lot else to share, I think, at this stage. I'm about to leave the office in the next 50 minutes. Tuesday afternoons, run around, got some admin to do and some errands. But that's about it. So yeah, if you have any questions, if you want to find out about the Svalbard trip or the US trip next year, let me know. If you want to sign up for the newsletter and you'll read on Friday when I put it out on morning anxiety. Why are you waking up anxious when there's really nothing to be anxious about? Or there might be things you should be anxious about, but you don't know what it is. You're not connecting your free-floating anxiety to the actual thing. And then also counterpunching in life. There's a new metaphor, an approach. It's a very, very basic structure, this metaphor, but it allows you to deconstruct very complex psychological and therapeutic and coaching principles and make it easy to understand. So to my clients, some of you might have seen it already, others have not. It'll come up soon. But it's given me a lot of new food for thought on many things, which is nice. Anyway, I just had lunch. I am now having coffee. I'm going to finish this up, and I'll see you guys later on in the week. That's it for now. I'm going to go. Have a good one. Bye for now, guys.